Assalamualaikum, I'm Nur Ashkin binti Muhammad Asri and let's talk about World War II. Okay, connecting to the development of the media during the First World War, the new technology allowed for mass produce of free materials and newspaper and movies to reach the maximum wide audience, while government endorsement provided credibility and orchestrated effort. So, what type of media is used during the World War II? The most popular form of entertainment during World War II is radio. Radio is much more affordable than others and it became the most popular during that time. Radio station is filled of propaganda and reach a maximum number of citizens. Many shows are popularized and quickly gain influence in certain countries. Radio broadcasts, like other forms of entertainment, at that time were regulated by the government and were pushed to keep citizens informed about the war efforts and to encourage citizens to help the cause. As example, a popular radio program, Tommy Handy's It's That Man Again, which continued airing throughout the war in Britain until 1949. Comedian Tommy Handy utilized his radio broadcast to keep citizens informed about the war efforts and to keep the spirits of the Britain high during the time of the hardship. The United States also used posters to advertise and produce more propaganda through posters than any other country that fighting in the World War II. Almost 200,000 different designs were printed during the war. This poster used a number of themes to encourage the support of war, including conservation, production, recruiting, home efforts, and secrecy. Posters were usually placed in the area without paid advertisement. The most common areas were post office, railroad, schools, and restaurants. The posters are made to preserve resources of the war effort and warn against wasting food and urge people to collect scrap metal to recycle into military materials. Next is film. The film industry was an important source of communication for people. It was used to entertain, motivate, inform the public and lift the spirits of people during that time. In addition, the government also released the additional films that were intended during the war to model the desired humans' behaviors and actions. Industry during that time stereotyped Hitler and Nazi as a cold-hearted with an authoritarian regime. For example, the movie Beast of Berlin was produced in 1939, for instance, was the first film to depict life under Nazi rule in Germany. It was one of the most popular Hiss and Boost films of the World War II era. In addition, the World War II transformed the possibility for animation. Prior to the war, animation was seen as the most childish entertainment, but that perception changed after the Pearl Harbor was attacked. On 8 December 1941, the US Army troops immediately moved 500 troops into Walt Disney Studios and began to working with Walt Disney. Army personnel were stationed at his studio and lived there for the duration of the war. A military officer was actually based in the Walt Disney office. The US Army and Disney set about making various types of films for several different audiences. Most films meant for the public included some type of propaganda, while films for the troops included training and education about the topic given. Besides, animation was increasingly used for political commentary against the Axis powers. The Fuhrer Face was one of the Walt Disney's most popular propaganda cartoons. It poked fun at the Hitler Germany by depicting Donald Duck dreaming that he is a German war worker. In conjunction with one another, this form of media kept citizens entertained with the pastime about their country's war efforts and motivated to contribute to the cause of war. The media that I've thought was a great way to reach out the citizens and communicate with the community. Thank you.